Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for the second episode of the series, we're going to discuss how to create ATS friendly resume. And the agenda of the session is mistakes to avoid, overleaf code, insights from paid resume checker, writing your story, and a thank you note. So let's begin. Let me share my screen and let's just jump right in. Yeah, just a minute. This is the resume which was created by Canva, and by looking at it, you can say it looks perfect. It looks nice. Like it has my name, the job role is there, contact details is there, and we have a summary which summarizes everything. Like I have also included the action words or the keywords, containerization, orchestration, immutable infrastructure, etc. Then we have education, professional experience, technical skills. Like everything looks good. Then what is wrong and what mistakes you have to avoid? So for that, see, the first thing is this resume is not an ATS friendly. So let's understand what is ATS. So ATS stands for Application Tracking System. It's a tool which is used by most of the companies as well as like most of the job portals like LinkedIn or Indeed, etc. So what it does is like whenever a recruiter search for a particular skill or a keyword, ATS scans through all the resumes that are there on that job portal and it only gets the ones which are ATS friendly. So that means if your resume is not an ATS friendly, then it will never reach out to the recruiter. So the first thing that you have to ensure is your resume should be an ATS friendly. The second thing is if you see this resume I have created and it's for 4 pages. And one thing that I must say is never ever create such a long resume. Like with the time I got to know about this and I have made it short. Keep it as crisp as possible. Like try to keep it at least 1 page, but if not, then at most 2 pages. Don't extend that. Okay, so now what? Why this is not an ATS friendly? So what ATS friendly resumes are? So ATS follows a continuous flow, and when it finds any break, then it doesn't scan that. So if you see, it will go from the summary. It will do like it will scan everything correctly. Then it sees this. This is the break. Then it will stop, and it will never go to the bottom. It will never going to filter your technical skills or your experience, etc. So this is not the one that you have to make. Now let me show you my ATS friendly resume. So see, this is the ATS friendly resume, and I have created it within 5 minutes, and you can also do it. I'm going to share the Overleaf form. It is created by Overleaf. You see profile summary. I have explained everything very nicely. Then we have professional experience, where I have it was my first organization. This was my first switch, so I have written everything like till now everything that I have done. So those things like the most important ones, and then the projects. So we have then the project description, what were the technology used, what was my role, responsibility, and on the right side, the duration from when to when I have worked on it. Then this second project, then the third. Then we have education, then technical skills, soft skills, achievements, etc. So this is ATS friendly resume. Uh, okay, so this is the code. I'm going to share this code with you. You do not have to do anything. What you just have to do is you're going to copy paste here on the left side and on the right side. Suppose for profile summary, when you'll double click on it, you'll get redirect. Okay, so just a minute. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the screen share. It's not coming up. So whenever I do, no, it's coming up like it's coming up, but with some delay. So when I did the double tap on the profile summary, it will show the corresponding code. And here you have to remove this part and then you have to write your part. And once you are done with changing everything, you can just recompile it and your resume will be ready. Okay, everything I have shared on my GitHub, I have, like I mentioned in my previous video about the DevOps interview guide. Inside that, I have a folder with resume, and here I have shared my PDF format resume as well as the code. Okay, now insights from the paid resume checker. So I have mentioned that I did the paid resume checker. So from some verified agency on LinkedIn. So what they told me, or I feel what is very important is, especially in our initial year of career, our resume is not just a document. Through our resume, we are telling the story. So it should be in such a way, it should follow a path where, okay, they'll understand, okay, how we talk, or like how we write the story or listen to the story. There is a pattern so that we need to follow. Okay, so the first point that we start with is the summary. Okay, so here you are going to tell who you are and what you bring to the table. So everything that you have achieved in your professional career, you have to summarize it and try to keep your summary very short. Don't make it too long. Just make use of keywords and try to keep it like 4 to 5 words or 3 to 4 words. Don't overextend that. Then comes your professional experience. Now, here you have to tell everything that you have done. Like for me, what all the amazing things that I have done in my previous years, like in my last 3 years, everything that I have done, I keep them there. And it should be related to your job role, of course. So here this goes your career experience. Then comes the project. So here we're going to tell, like earlier also I showed, like when you are showing in your project, you should make very clear, like your project name, then the description, technologies you have used, then what was your role and what were your responsibility. In any interview, the first question interviewer asks is what were your roles and responsibility. So in resume also you have to tell your story, like what you did and what was your role, what which technology you have used, and what was the project, like what the project is about, what problem statement you have solved. So that thing will cover under the project section. Then we have education. So here you can mention your higher education, like the most recent one. If you have done masters, you can include bachelors as well as masters. But if only bachelors, then just keep bachelors. No need to keep 10th and 12th, etc. Like they are not needed. Then skills. So see, here we are following a pattern. You see, so we have given the summary. From here, we have shown what we are bringing to the table. Then, with the professional experience, okay, these are the amazing things that I have done. How I have done these amazing things? Like, there should be something on top of which I have done. Okay, so these were the projects that I have worked on, and because of which I have done these. And because of that, now comes the technical skills. It may look weird, or you might be thinking like why we are putting the technical skills at the bottom. But see, we are following a story. So we got these technical skills, we acquired these skills by all the work that we have included above. So as part of all my roles and responsibility or all the experience that I have, these are the skills that I have acquired. So uh, that's why we are writing the technical skills at the bottom. It's very important. And don't try to write it like in a word. Like suppose if I would have written it like Kid Jenkins Iowa City, different line, then it would have been so long. So try to like make it in a class in a groupify them. You can have it like OS and cloud or infrastructure and cloud. You can also take my example. So I have just clustered them in a way where they are like related to each other. Try to find a link between them and just group them into that particular group. So here, if you see version control, CI/CD, and collaboration, everything I have written here like Git, Jenkins, Argo CD, Jira, Slack, Microsoft. Then we have OS, cloud and infrastructure, container and container orchestration. This way I have it. Then this section, most of the people, even I, like if you check my whole resume, I haven't mentioned about the soft skill. So you should mention that. This is something we don't bring it out, but these are the skills that matters the most. How are your communication skills, your problem analytics, critical thinking, team collaboration, problem solving, proactiveness, and time management, and everything. You should write it. And then comes the achievement. So here, write everything which are technical achievements, but something which were like of the project, like something that you have done beyond it. So in my previous organization, we used to have a COE, Center of Excellence. So there we used to contribute some, like we used to make accelerators, or we used to develop some automations, and we also used to deliver session on the org level to the other people if they are interested in the DevOps and cloud. So you can mention those things, like I have mentioned here, presented session on DevOps methodologies and CI/CD tools automation. And the one other thing that I haven't mentioned, but you should mention is certifications. So, okay, so in my previous resume, I have mentioned the certification. One was from Udemy and one was from Train with Shubha. Do not mention the certification. Mention the certification only if they are from the officials. Let's say for AWS, if it is issued by AWS, like we have AWS Cloud Practitioner or AWS Solution Architect, only mention the relevant certification, and is also the ones which are related to this skill or to the job that you are job role that you are applying for. Please mention relevant certification. If you do not have one, then you can just skip it. Don't keep the other ones. Similarly, like I didn't have those ones from the officials, so I didn't specify them. Okay, so this is about that, and else we have. Yeah, so okay, so that's all I have for today. Let me turn on the light. Just a minute. I could have turned it on pehle se. But anyways, so this is all about how to create an ATS friendly resume. I have covered mistakes to avoid. I have shown my old resume and what and how it was not an ATS friendly. And then I have shown you the overleaf code, my new ATS friendly resume, then insights from the resume page checker, where we got to know how the flow should be and how we have to create our resume. Yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you for being here. Have a great day. Bye. See you in next video.